So I came to Italy to teach because I'm passionate about teaching. I have 2 teaching degrees, so my life is teaching. And I wanted to come to Italy mainly because it is a beautiful country, and I love the language, I love the people, and I wanted to be close to my family as well. And yeah, I just love being around Italian people and eating Italian food. The thing I love most about teaching is seeing that light bulb that goes off in a student's eyes when they finally understand something. I think that's a very rewarding part about teaching. Nothing better than helping a student with something that they find very difficult and pushing them through onto another topic and having them feel confident in something that they've already learned. The last vacation that I went on was Cancun, Mexico, probably like 5 or 6 years ago now. Because of COVID, obviously, this kind of delayed a lot of things. So Mexico was nice. I would definitely go back again, but for now, Italy is my home, and I don't want to leave at all. My hometown is Niagara Falls, Canada. I was born and raised in Niagara Falls. It may sound exciting, but actually it's a very boring city. There's one waterfall, one amusement park hill, and everything else is pretty plain. Not a very big city, so coming from Niagara Falls to Milan is a huge difference for me, so it's very exciting to actually experience a big city lifestyle. My favorite food in Canada, I come from an Italian family, so I would say lasagna, because that's what my family makes all the time. Pasta, lasagna, polpette, stuff like that. There's not really many Canadian foods. Maybe poutine, I guess, French fries and gravy with cheese. But yeah, I grew up eating mostly Italian foods, so I'd have to stick with what I know in the Italian department. My favorite time of day, probably morning time. I like to get up early as I can to get the day started. Yeah, you get lots of things done, riding the train, reading, doing things like that. Nighttime, not so much. I get very tired after 6 o'clock. I'm getting old now, so I need to have my naps during the day. So I would say definitely morning is my favorite time of day. Ooh, tough question. What kind of student was I? I would say I was a probably 50-50 type of student. Half the time I was very attentive, paid attention. But a lot of the time I would find it difficult to pay attention, and I kind of, attribute that somewhat to the level of teachers that you have, right? If you have more exciting teachers, you're going to be more willing to pay attention, more attentive in class. So I think that that's how I strive to be as a teacher, is a very exciting, attentive, and happy teacher, to give my students the opportunity to feel excited in class and not bored. Definitely dogs. I have a dog myself, a 4-year-old German Shepherd back home in Niagara Falls. I miss him very much, but definitely a dog person. I feel like they're more loyal, they're happier to see you, and you can do more things with them. You can take them on walks, you can play with them. Cats seem to be very independent and not so loving sometimes. And I've never had a cat, so I don't know how they would be with me, but yeah, definitely dogs all the way. Learning a language can be very, very daunting, very difficult, especially if you're coming from a point where you don't know where to start. Maybe you've taken grammar lessons in the past in school, but I think it's important to stick with it. Try your best. Try to watch as many TV shows, listen to music, podcasts, audio books in the language that you want to learn. I think it's important also to find a friend, maybe through school, who speaks the language, mother tongue, or just as a second language, and practice your speaking. The major thing I find with learning a new language is building your confidence. I feel like if you have a lot of confidence in the language, even if you are making mistakes, it is easier for you to learn because you build as you go.